Hi everyone, greetings from National Skills Network. For all of you who are in touch with technology in skilling and education, EdTech has become the buzzword. Of late, we talk so much about EdTech that it's become an integral part of any training skilling program that we do. So to know more about EdTech and the recent developments, and also to see how EdTech is being leveraged by one of the leading players in the skilling and vocational space in India, we have with us two team members from TCS Ion who are from the team Skills Enablers. So we have with us Harsh Nagpal, who's leading the team. He's got 18 plus years of experience in skilling and education domain, having done several projects, and he's very well versed with the skilling ecosystem in India. And along with him, we have Sakshi Kapoor, who's got 10 plus years of experience with manufacturing and consulting domains. And she's a very, very enthusiastic person about EdTech, I would say. And she's here to share a few insights about the emerging EdTech scenario in India, particularly with reference to vocational education and skill development. First thing I would like to know more about EdTech from both of you is that we all accept that COVID has really disrupted EdTech adoption in India. So can you give us the larger context and how has this disruption, positively impacted the skilling and education system in India?
Sure, Madhuri. Thanks so much. I think one of the most interesting facts about EdTech is that there's a sudden boom in the industry over the last 2 years. Of course, thanks to the pandemic, which accelerated the growth and has shifted the fundamental delivery mode of education. And due to that, of course, there have been mega trends of disruptive learning with the evolution of EdTech, such as we can talk about self-paced learning, the accessibility of education, which has improved the immersive learning experience. Now, if I start with the self-paced learning mode, which gives the comfort of learning at your own pace and convenience. So even somebody who is pursuing a job can also take up any of the learning programs, maybe executive MBA for that matter, for academic enhancement. Now, next, if we take an example of accessibility of education, so while on one hand, the learner from the remotest area can access the learning tools, at the same time, the subject matter experts can come from any of the eminent institution and deliver lectures and resolve queries. We can also have these SMEs coming from the industry and hence catering to the industry aligned need of a particular learning program.
Yeah.
Even with the advent of technology, I think today a student registering course online, it is as simple as making a transaction through GPay or ordering food online at Swiggy or Zomato at a drop of a hat. So, one can choose a relevant course as per their own schedule, area of interest, their timelines. These all transformations put together in the learning ecosystem has made it so much more convenient for both the learners as well as the teachers.
Absolutely. In fact, just connecting the dots, Sakshi, you mentioned, the organization that we represent, TCS Ion, has adopted EdTech as a key vertical for offering learning in the innovative physical model. Physical, which is now a buzzword, is essentially a combination of physical and digital, overlaying digital technology over physical assets. I think this model covers delivery of theory content via digital platform and the practical hands-on learning in the brick and mortar centers. This model also enables learners to learn the theory part at their comfort with the access to technology-enabled live lectures, followed by remote internship and assessments. The organization has also curated digital learning programs, which are absolutely in concurrence with the industry needs across cutting-edge technology areas.
Yeah. Yeah, very interesting to know the way you have brought out all the important features of, EdTech and how it is being utilized in higher education and vocational segments. Specifically, Sakshi, the simplicity or the ease with which you can enroll and also, learn from this medium is, I think, something that's catching on in a big way. And also, Harsh, I think to follow up with what you just said, what we should believe now is that EdTech is here to stay. Agree or not? right?
Absolutely agree.
Yes, it's here to stay. And, the good thing is that COVID has really accelerated and also helped us understand the importance of, integrating technology. Now, with this kind of a backdrop, uh, how can we, look at the key indicators? What are some of them? Do you see any, key indicators that are going to tell us that, look, EdTech is here to stay and we need to explore ways to leverage this?
I think, Madhuri, in the present era of digital learning, which we are into, the learner is and will always going to be at the center of the education ecosystem
Right.
through adoption of learning at the university, from peers, from industry, and society at large. So, with technology acting as catalyst for innovation, the changing student needs, the acceptance which has come up for the online learning, impact of the pandemic, which we can never take our look out, and release of the new education policy, these all have emerged as key drivers for the ongoing evolution of the education system. While on one hand, the pandemic has triggered the digital transformation, promoting flexible learning paths and focus on skill requirement of the industries, I think NEP has also encouraged the online and the distance learning, as well as has promoted the flexibility and innovation across different aspects of the ecosystem.
In fact, the rapid adoption of digital learning platform that can enable learning anytime, anywhere, any device, and enable the learners to become lifelong learners. New
Right.
rhythms indicate that learners embrace micro and nano blended techniques that facilitate a DIY, do it yourself approach.
Hmm.
Even the evolution of structured learning through learning management systems, where classroom content has completely transformed into presentations, PDF, ebook, etc.
I think community driven learning platforms,
Absolutely.
they have enabled learners to post queries, AI enabled chatbots, and hence creating an atmosphere of collaborative skill building.
Yeah.
At the same time, mobility in learning through mobile apps, availability of instant system generated reports, analytics, and feedbacks. So, while I think we have talked about a few select indicators, Madhuri, but today technology has moved beyond multiple dimensions across sectors and hence touching individual lives in some way or the other.
Yeah, that's true. And I think I'm glad that you brought out this NEP, focus on EdTech and digital learning and so on. And as you very rightly said, these indicators will keep evolving. Today, okay, we might look back and say there are so many indicators, but tomorrow or in the coming months and years, I'm sure this is all going to change because it's a very fast evolving space. And Harsh, like you very rightly said, the onus is on the learner today. We are talking about lifelong learning. And I think technology then becomes our companion and it has to be taken in that sense. So now with all these things, we are also looking at how the technology trends are evolving. There are many new trends that are coming up. Today, AI, artificial intelligence, and these things are pretty normal to expect in any edtech platform. So in
Yeah.
such a scenario, Harsh and Sakshi, do you notice any top trends which you can identify maybe and elaborate a bit about it?
I think, Madhu, you well pointed out. See, the technology has actually been around for quite some time in a
Hmm.
number of industries. Just it is there under a different branding. With
Hmm.
technology, the few names which clicks into our mind: AI, machine learning, Internet of Things, 3D printing. The obvious reason is the extent to which they have become part and parcel of everyday's life. For example, today we have AI-enabled devices for entertainment like Alexa,
Right.
technology-enabled connected systems, drones, 5G. I think the future is also adopting gamified learning approach, which has transformed the learning experience by making it more engaging and immersive for the learners, with the growing emphasis in the animation and graphic designing segment, mainly to cater to the not only the demand of the Indian market, but also the demand of the international market. Virtual reality with objects, scenes appear to be real, making the user feel they're immersed in their surroundings. Simulators have been created for welding, driving to help students gain practical and hands-on learning experience. Even as an organization, TCS has created VR devices which will help you to take a tour of a city learn through 3D images of manufacturing equipment, or conduct experiments in labs without physically being there. Metaverse, being a buzzword in the technology space, offers endless possibilities to reimagine skilling in India, creating opportunities for users to seamlessly connect, interact for immersive and engagement based experience. I think, Madhuri, what's emerging is not only a new way of working, but a brand new way of thinking as well.
Yeah. Yeah, thinking also, and like you just told us about so many technologies and the way they are changing. I think one important observation I have here is few years ago, perhaps we weren't sure if immersive learning is possible or if gamified learning is possible in the vocational space. But today we are talking about metaverse and all these latest technologies for simulated learning. So I guess the adoption rate is also, catching up with the awareness that is there all around. So Sakshi, is there something you wish to add to the technology aspect which Harsh just told us about?
Yes, Madhuri, I think what you have mentioned and what Harsh added to that. So, I think while these technologies are already transforming the Indian economy and the workplace, at the same time, it is important to gauge their impact on the labor intensive Indian economy in a
Hmm.
realistic manner. So,
Hmm.
unemployment today is not just a national, it is a global concern. And hence, it becomes all the more imperative to ensure timely corrective measures are being taken, understanding the skilling requirements of future of work or industry 4.0. So
Yeah.
these measures are extremely critical to keep the workforce, particularly the youth, with the skills of the future.
Hmm.
Adding to that, I think the skills tailored to the needs of industry specific emerging technologies are going to be of utmost importance, because technology advancements are expected to have different effects on different industries.
But don't you think, Sakshi, the basic STEM skills,
Yeah.
science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, it will continue to be important, continue to be pertinent for any job, and would serve us in good stead in every part of individual life. Along with STEM skills, the need of analytical thinking, innovation, critical thinking, collaboration will be the lifelong learning skills and will always be in demand for the future workforce to thrive and sustain at any workplace. As data would become the new fuel driving the economy, the ability to analyze the data would be one of the key skills in the future. I think owing to the increasing importance of basic cognitive abilities, even TCS has already thought about this and introduced national qualifier test, which evaluates students on their cognitive and psychometric abilities. The Madhuri, I think the future of education is way different from what it has been so far.
And I think
Yeah.
while Harsh, we may not know what exactly it holds for us, but one thing is sure to state that
EdTech is
tech is
here
here
to
to
stay
stay
for
for long.
long.
Yes, definitely. I would definitely second that. EdTech is definitely here to stay. And also, I think we should be preparing ourselves to accept the changes, very positively, because we need to move with times in whatever role we are. Either we are designing the curriculum or designing a course or, managing the entire system like the digital platform that you mentioned from TCS Ion, or any other activity that's connected with delivering courses in the digital model. So with this, I think we have picked up many points from both of you regarding edtech and the roadmap, I would say, it has for the coming months and years. Thank you so much, Harsh and Sakshi, for joining me today for this talk on edtech and the transformative potential it has to change the educational scenario in India, specifically the way you said about the meeting the requirements of the labor market, the need to skill people quickly, upskill them. I think for most of these, and also to empower youth with employability skills, like Harsh, you said today we need to be also, collaborative, we need to be creative, we should have critical thinking skills. I guess for all these things, edtech way of learning could be the way, and it's definitely going to stay for long. Thanks again.
Thank you
Absolutely.
so much, Madhuri, for allowing us to share our views.
Thank you so much, Madhuri, for this
Thank you.
giving us this opportunity. Thank you very
Thank you.
much.
Bye.
Thanks a lot.